Mavericks looked at... Take charge at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to bring it to you live. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. D.A. will join us tonight on the sideline. For the Dallas Mavericks, they won their last contest, that game against the Trailblazers. In Portland.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Wade. Clock at 6. Pass to Shea. Hits it from three-point range. Should be some fireworks in this one, Greg. Two cross-conference rivals squaring up.
Kevin, can you smell the intensity in the air? You can tell these guys mean business. Both teams want to prove they're the better squad.
Here's Wade. And it's Wade with the jam.
And once Wade grabs the steal, he is off to the races. How about that aggressiveness for mindset?
Pass to Foster. There's the triple. Hornets with the rebound. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Guys, the head coach of the Mavericks did give me a few minutes to catch up. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Collins wide open, he fires. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Miller with the ball. Wade picks him up to stop the run. Pass to Foster. Releases. Dallas, no good that time either.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
A second chance effort. A nice shot by Hartenstein.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the night. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Black. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Shea. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Shea's got 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Hands it from downtown.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Black. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Black's got his second basket of the night.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second-chance buckets.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Dallas calls timeout. Mavericks trailed by 5. Out to Miller. Now Foster. 5 points in the game. Outside Collins. Driving to the basket. Out to the wing. Shane with the steal. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
To me, their physicality has been the thing early on that stood out. They're not settling for one and done. They're following their shots and getting a lot of putbacks.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Now, here's Collins. Still scoreless. That one falls.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Black. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Black. Here's Shea. That three off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside Collins. 6 to shoot. That one dropped for his second bucket. Getting 2 for 4.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Wade. Puts the move on. And the layup is up and in. Wade's got 6.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
There's the pick. And there's the drive. Here's Foster. And another basket for Dallas.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. And I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. A nice shot by Black.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here's Collins. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Charlotte leading by 8. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Hornets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
A 3 from Leonard. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. No good on the last-second attempt there. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
That one goes. Counted. Leonard's got 5 now.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position. That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
Charlotte foul. Daniel. First personal foul. First team foul.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Here's Holton. Pass to Queen. Kicks it out to Leonard. Floats one. And it's denied. And they'll get another chance. And Queen gets it to go.
Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
Daniel from outside. It's rebounded by Leonard. To the middle. Here's Queen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Williams.
Second team foul.
Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Now here's Williams. Hasn't made one yet.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Mavericks trailed by 4.
And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
And the Mavericks call time here. Here's Holton. Kicks it out to Leonard. With the floater. The shot will not fall.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Hey. It's blocked. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
Charlotte in the lead. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Daniels. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Williams. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander.
Yo.
Slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
Don't ask me, bro. I don't know. I only can go off of what everybody was saying they was gonna be on time.
5 to shoot.
Yeah, that's the time.
Shoots from the right block.
That's the time we was aiming for.
Bank that one in. Here's Page. Had a hand on it. And they'll keep possession. Daniel from outside.
Hey, look.
The three-point bomb.
All I know is Jay Jones said hit him. Huh?
Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Well, it's 7. It's 7. It's 7 in here now. Someone said next con said he was playing, he ain't joined yet.
And you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Lays it up off the glass.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, he's not going to get it done against him.
Yo, you gotta dunk them.
It out to Leonard.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
The Mavericks have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Bumps out probably being a hoe.
But he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here's Williams.
Oh,
He's got 6. Lets it go with a 3. Sinks the triple.
he just said he ain't gonna be on the 9:45-10 because he's going to dinner. So I told niggas kick him out the party. That pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Because it's 8:50. You know what I mean? Like you say something now about I'm gonna be on 9:45-10. Like yeah, no, get that nigga out of here, man.
Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot ability.
That's got to be a block 2K.
Shooting off the dribble. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate.
Yeah, that's next con.
Yep, exactly. If there's any opportunity for early offense, you got to push it and push it every time.
For Charlotte, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. And he nails the 3rd. Mavericks trail by 3. To the inside. Collins. Page with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way.
I don't know. You tell me. He said we playing. He asked what time. I told that nigga too.
Miller surveying the floor.
He just said he getting on.
About putting some extra on it. That dunk was way.
Well, Jay Jones said to let him know
Firm when he gets the space.
when we got enough in here.
What, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Here's Wade after the Mavericks pick up 3. Down low. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
There's a lot to like and love about Wade. He's a guy who isn't just a scorer. He'll look to get others involved. Actually, he'll do whatever his team needs him to do to win.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Stolen away. Outside Collins.
Who?
A miss that time would have put him up. Here's the Hornets with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Back to Wade. Pass to Page. Fires the three. The Mavericks pull it in. Got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hornets ahead, leading by just 2.
Your shit, I don't know if I'm lagging or you lagging.
Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's Wade with the ball for Charlotte. The lead is 2. Pass to Rizichet. Shot clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get a shot. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
And here's Collins from outside. Black grabs the board.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
They get it back. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Collins. Miller outside. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Miller's got his 3rd basket of the night. Pass to Adebayo. Wade outside. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
It would have changed it. Would have changed your pick? Would it have changed your pick? Okay, then restart, bro. Restart then, bro. My God.
Mavericks trailed by 4. Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Adebayo the screen with the drive. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Wade. 10 points for him. Misses in close. Miller outside with a lead. Knocks down the 3-ball. Miller's got 5 points in the quarter.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
Oh, big scoring night for Wade. Many more of these to come.
Here's Miller. Just 5 on the clock. The 17-footer.
I already got a team, but he can make it. Don't matter.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
To the paint. Left side Miller for 3. It's in. He's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
With very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now Foster. 7 points in the game. Pass to Miller. He takes it in. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Charlotte trailing. Here's Wade. A slam dunk by Wade.
And there's the youth. Wade jumping out of the gym.
Here's Collins. Over to the wing. Here's Foster. Lots of room. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Back to Wade. 3-pointer. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempting 12 shots.
And Wade is very selective from this area, but he can absolutely knock down the triple.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Charlotte in the lead. Into the lane. And that one's good. Daniels. Wade Gray, they're sharing the ball tonight. Mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Now, here's Watson. He has yet to score. Pass to Foster. Just 5 to shoot. Nice move. Watson for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Charlotte leading by 3. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Page. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hornets.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Good. Page has got 9 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the 3 by Charlotte. Watson's shot is good.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
It's hauled in by Queen. Mavericks trailed by 6. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Page. Off target from three-point range. Dwayne Wade, he's been the guy making things happen for the Hornets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Holton. Buries the long-range jumper.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
On the wing, Daniels. Pass to Page. Fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
And he banks in the layup.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Here's Daniels. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Hornets lead by 3.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Back to Leonard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
First team.
That free throw good from Leonard.
At the line for Dallas. Leonard.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
They've got to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Pass to Page. The kick out to Williams. 4 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Queen.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Here's Holton. Outside Leonard. Pass to Holton. Cuts off the pass.
Boy, that time he anticipated the kick out and came up with the steal. Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that high.
Leonard attacking. From deep. Count it, number 5 from the 4 this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Now here's Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. That one's not going to go. Hornets leading by 4. Three-pointer, Daniels. It's hauled in by Watson.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Queen. To the wing on the left. Dallas moving the ball around. And Holton gets it to go. Holton's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
They set the pick. And that one's good. Daniels has got 11 in the second half.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Now at the line for your Mavericks.
First free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
Leonard hits them both. Charlotte in the lead. It's stolen. Pass to Foster. To tie it up. Just 4 to shoot. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Wade left side. And then Wade slams it in.
I'm here. Niggas keep saying I ain't worried about me. You fuck niggas wasn't even ready. Don't speak my name if I start getting niggas banned.
Timeout Mavs.
Matter of fact, let me go skimming through the chat and see who said the N word and who cursed. I'm gonna start getting niggas vacation early. Yeah, you're toast, buddy. Yeah. Going tonight y'all last night. Enjoy that shit.
Kevin, I got a chance to listen to the head coach of the Mavericks talking his team. Now he reminded his team.
The fuck that gonna mean to me? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me? How about you? Can you send that in text on the party? That you have something for me, my punk ass.
Can't cash in from close range. Here's Wade. It's tipped. And they're able to recover. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. Wade's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, great IQ from the young Wade. Decided to keep it, and it paid off.
Miller, no up. Hornets leading by 6. Here's Black. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're gonna
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's me sounding like lag, I'm about to restart my shit. Fuck that.
He ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point
Yeah,
lead.
going.
Miller outside. It's good from long range. Miller's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now, here's Collins. After Dwayne Wade's miss. Kicks it out to Collins. Driving inside. To the left wing. Here's Foster. A three-pointer off the mark. And here are the Hornets now. And here's Wade. Pass to Black. 50 seconds left in the fourth. Cloak loose. And here they come. And here's Miller outside. It falls. And what a sensational bucket to put them within 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was.
Yeah, I don't know. I about to say, nigga.
Passed by Wade that time.
Pass to Miller. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so we hit.
Wait, you ain't got your Ethernet plugged up?
17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so they choose to.
Just look
the second one, and that led to a 3-point lead. Timeout, Dallas. What do you think we're going to see coming
Yeah.
out of this timeout?
And if you can get a three, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick two and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Shit, everybody restarting their shit. Shit, laggy, choppy.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. But even then, it's just not a good play.
The first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Miller, that's for two. It counts.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see.
No.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Me too. That's not what I heard.
Yeah, my shit acting funky. That shit still saying that y'all inviting people to the party. I got the message that Jay Jones can't join the party. What the fuck? Hold on.